stay fly.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Adrian Nyce. Welcome to another episode of Mouthin. Now, not just any episode. We on a fucking tour right now. Look who joined us today. Right now, I'm here with
Surf Godly.
Surf Godly in the building. This man and his personality. This is about to be a good interview. That's all I got to say. So, Surf Godly.
Yes, sir.
What brings you out here today, bro? How you been? All of that.
Oh, man, I just been staying away from the 99%ers, the 100%ers. I just been off the grid, working, mastering the crafts. I'm going to say less, but everything I say is godly talk.
Godly talk. And what's godly talk? Can you break down what godly talk is?
Godly talk is, a lot of people, what they call it, cap.
Mm-hmm.
When you say something that is over somebody's head, and then it could be weeks later, but more realistically, 5, 10, 20, 30, hundreds of years later, and they get it. Now they feel they educating you on it because the memory of people has left them, their program. I never forgot. I left little breadcrumbs. That's why I took this life mission where I'm at. So everything I say is facts, and I can prove it because I go with my gut instinct. So that's why it's godly talk.
So basically, stuff you can prove.
You can prove.
That they might not get, but they might get years later.
It might get years later, but you still got to be on, unfazed by it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
If I was a Tuskegee Airman and they was wanting to hit me with the shot, you know what I'll do? I'm good and fly off.
Okay. So y'all may have seen Surf Godly on another interview we did way back when, and if you haven't, please go to YouTube, watch that interview.
Perfect.
So now here we are today. What's new, brother? What else? What's new you've been working on since then? Different projects, how's life, all of that?
Oh, man. Loving life. Like I say, staying away from folks because everybody says the last days. And how you going to tell a child who just was born today that it's the last day? You see what I'm saying? Like,
that's deep.
That's generational BS. That's why I feel like, I don't care what somebody's religious beliefs is or insert whatever random person you pray to, that's, whatever.
Your religious beliefs.
Your religious beliefs. I don't knock nobody's religious beliefs. But one thing I know is growing up in the Jehovah's Witness faith, with Armageddon and all that, when somebody telling me this, that, I can't do doom and gloom and this coming, this and that, I'll be like, you know what? You should be a Jehovah's Witness. Y'all can talk about how the world coming to an end, talk about the devil and the demons scare each other, motivate each other. And if you want to drink the Kool-Aid, go ahead.
Drink the Kool-Aid. Surf Godly. How'd you get your name, Surf Godly?
They say you got to be a bad MF to name yourself. I was back in the day in the lyrical, like I said, I'm 176 years old. I ain't gonna really, I came up in the Shogun era. They had to hide me because I was, doing it with the blades and all of that. But I was surfaced the air missiles, when hip-hop really started up, getting off in the ground, being a lyricist, that's, nowadays, when somebody hear lyrics, metaphors, real bars, especially the young generation, they kind of be like, oh, they take a step back. Because I ain't talking about shooting and killing, talking and pilling,
whatever they,
and pilling. Me and my hood nigga be wildin'. That's easy.
It's easy.
But I can show you how we make the hood wildin'. Because I got 2 on the team that bought yachts on islands. you know, it's a difference.
Okay.
But
Surf
the
Godly.
people-
The
Yeah,
name.
that's why I surf godly, because it's godly talk.
Godly talk.
You know, everybody want to ride the wave and crash and burn. I am the wave. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm a ride, surf.
And then
I might crash at your mama crib for the young hitters.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? And for the old niggas, the sugar
Might
daddy, I
float
crash.
through.
You know what I'm talking about?
might come through.
Come through, holler at you. You know what I mean? Put the block. We booming the block, baby. That's why I say booming the block. And that's shout out to everybody that's getting it, baby.
In the building. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna just go to the obvious, the mask. Why we got the mask today, man?
I mean, it's easy to say it's COVID out here, but I wear the mask because people don't see greatness when it's right in front of them. You know, people will see something in you and tell you about how great they are. Like, you know, look, I went, bro. You'll be done some unheard. Like, people like us, we make the impossible possible, but we make it like it's regular. So nowadays, it's like in life, doing something major to me is like, that's regular to me. So you're in a conversation with somebody, that's why I do a lot of footage. And you do something that's unheard of, and you can show them, people
And you
shut
can
down
show 'em.
mentally just shut down.
Yeah, because at first they hear
like-
you, okay, you talking,
Yeah,
but then
talk,
you
but
show
then you
them.
say, and then you're around people that, if they know you, and see, for all my Christians out there, even the Bible said, a carpenter won't get love in his hometown. So you got to dip. And that's where I'm at now. We out of here, school. Let's get out of here. Way up.
So I know you got a session after this interview, correct?
Hey, well, I tell you what. Somebody's about to get jacked because it is a session going on.
It is a session. Oh,
And,
yeah, that's your room.
It's going to be impromptu.
That's your room.
I got a lot of... One thing I love about Audio Box Studios, shout out to AJ and Uncle Mike. You know what I'm talking about? For doing their thing. Book Steve, you know what I'm talking about too. But every room that I've been in, it's I love them all.
Yeah.
And you run through the gauntlet, and any artist who has been to the Audio Box Studios knows that. You know, everybody's going to have their favorite room, but all of the rooms are like my favorite. But certain rooms make me have a godly vibe. Where it's like I just touched down from heaven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just
different energy.
like the Blue Godly room. You know,
the Blue Godly room up
the Blue
front.
Godly room up. You know,
Audio Box, you know about it.
I just we got the Ghost Godly room, of course.
The Ghost Godly room.
Where,
Okay.
that I was up 15 love when I moved out of New Bed. A few years later, it happened. Projected. Money on a pillow talk. You know, like that kind of vibe. Then we got the Bel Air France room.
Yeah.
That room, I was booked with Steve's one day. I had my notebook, had some bars written, and something just came over. And I know the people who want to project and say, oh, these people are this or that, and, critique somebody because they acting like they spiritual, but they're really not. Oh, I'm just they soul snatching and all of that. I could break down body snatching easy, but I just started freestyling once I left the Bel Air France, and since then, I've been freestyling.
Wow.
But the first room I ever was in was that red room.
The red room up front, yeah.
The red got me.
Red got
And I'm a blue fan. But so here,
what's going to be going down in your session? What songs, if you can, just tell us about your songs that you're going to be recording, if you can, and then maybe break down some of the concepts, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, like right now, everything is impromptu. This is a jack move right now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm literally going to go in somebody's session, jack move, and drop 2 bangers. But I'm gonna show love because I'm take up the session. But,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Impromptu like hell. because I've been going, a lot of people saying I'm going corporate way and all of that for what I do. But
You gotta get your money
it's going to
too.
be impromptu. And I always got bra beats on the chamber. You know, shout out to Bratarian.
In the building.
Shout out to Bra, man. You know, God been putting in mad work. Best bang for your buck. I mean, right now it's beats going for $250 for 5 beats going for $250, $300. You know, you got a lot of other producers out there, engineers. And what I love about the audio box is most of them are producers, engineers, like real producers and engineers. Like, I'm not talking about somebody who just, I make beats off the keyboard.
Nah, yeah. Superstar. We got superstars.
These guys are elite level, and I like that because they bring the best out of you. That's what I said. I just, you know, I can write. That's easy work. But how long would it take for somebody to get it? I'm scared of my own pen game. You dig? I'm scared. I was writing, you know, no lie. And I had to freaking, one night, it was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I was down in my basement, you know. Had a couple bodies down there. I see y'all you know what I'm talking about? I had to put the ropes up. You know what I mean? The chain was up for a minute. Started writing. The next thing I know, I'm seeing squares, diamonds, rectangles, so that, and I'm writing. I'm like, oh, okay.
What is going on? That's what I'll be thinking.
What's going on?
What is going on?
And you know what's going on? Guess what's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Gottlieb Talk.
Gottlieb Talk.
Boom in the block, baby. Surf Carolina.
What music are we prepping to release, brother?
Oh, man. That's, all right, so right now, we got the We Outta Here.
We Outta Here. That's a
the We Outta Here, the single. That's, you can find that on all major platforms. Like when I said, we outta here, school, let's get out of here, way up. You know, keep turning over monsters, they blowing lay up. 2020 tunnel vision focus when I'm prayed up. Car washer detailer Leo will sprayed up. You know, the We Outta Here, Apple, Spotify, you know, whatever, you know. YouTube, I got the video. Shout out to my bro, Sheree Ghetto Kool-Aid TV. You know, that's a plug-in for any local artists around here that want the best bang for your buck when it comes to like promos and videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You gotta holler at Ghetto Kool-Aid TV. That's the one to holler at. We got that. But
so we got that single. That's out right now, right?
That's out right now.
Okay.
The We Outta Here is out right now. So We Outta Here, Surf Gottlieb. You know,
and then we got what else dropping next? Is there anything you're releasing before the year's up?
Yeah, projects. Doing, like, thing about studios, and I know a lot of people, you know, they'll do, you know, maybe like a song or two here and there, and that go hard, they can focus on it.
Yeah.
But I'm dropping bound volumes out here. I'm dropping scrolls. That's Gottlieb Talk. And I ain't being preachy or nothing. Like, you know, I'm just, everything I say is facts. You dig?
Yeah.
So people be feeling like I'm coming off as preachy. And then I realize how I'm reflecting that energy. So people come back to me on some, yo, I'm doing this, that. And then like I say, people will shut down mentally.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting away from all of it. Like now it's just, you know what? You're right. That cliff there, head first, and you cut off your wings, because everybody can fly if you really put yourself there. But see, people done cut their wings off, and see me flying. They see Adrian Nyce flying. You know what I'm talking about? Way up.
Flying, boy. Way up.
Animal Eagles fan. It's only right. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
What I want to know is, in your opinion, so say, you know what a Build-A-Bear is, like the little bears that the kids build. So say we're building a Build-A-Bear, but for an artist. What does it take to become a megastar? So we're building a megastar artist. What things do we put into that Build-A-Bear artist to make him a megastar? What does he need?
All right, this is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
What you need is a higher source of you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
A lot of times people say, I give it to God or this or that or this or that. And then people will say, it's this person or that person. That's all. And I'm not going to come so we can keep it for the kids. You dig? We keeping it PGT. Pure godly talk.
PG, pure godly talk.
You got to realize that, what is an underdog? Like, if you started rapping today, or I started rapping today,
Yeah.
or doing whatever, you'll get support from the community because they're going to look at you as the underdog. And then deep down inside, they pride. He ain't gonna do
He ain't
nothing.
gonna make it.
He ain't gonna. Oh,
you right.
Oh, support him. Support him.
You right.
But if you've been had it, you know, for the real, like, I'm a handsome guy. You did.
Okay.
Yeah, we handsome guys.
Yeah, we
You know
all
what I mean?
handsome.
Black. You know what I'm saying? We godly with it though. We
Yeah.
got, you know what I mean? This is I ain't gonna say this is for black male exodus. Man, we above that. You know,
Okay.
with the race card and all that. Man, we've been tapped in.
So they need a
And so-
higher source of
Of themselves. You gotta have that confidence.
confidence.
You gotta really feel that you're indestructible.
Okay, invincible
Yeah.
feeling.
You gotta have a long-term and a short-term memory.
And what do you mean by memory? Short-term memory? Like, what do you
Like,
mean?
You like, people will demonize your character or whatever, or you make a mistake, but you gotta, don't worry about that.
Got you. That's a fact.
I'd rather
a
make
fact.
a mistake than got done just chill.
Make a mistake and
By doing something.
yeah.
By doing something, being active, learning, tweaking, because you live and you learn. And so the key, if it's live and learn, the only way you can live is by learning. And you make mistakes, you grow. I mean, you're gonna come around a lot of people who waiting on miracles.
That's a fact.
You know, I'm waiting on this person and that person. And see, that's why I tell, you know, me growing up in my faith that I came in, and I tell you, you know what? You should become a Jehovah's Witness and wait on Jehovah and tell your kids to tell their kids that, and donate to the organization so y'all can read certain publications to teach you to be docile and tell you that you ain't worth it.
What was life like you growing up? What was life like for you?
Oh man, so I grew up. Dang, you took it there.
Yeah, we need to know background. What,
All right,
what was
so,
life like for you growing up?
I grew up, and all right, so the last days growing up in the Jehovah's Witness faith, my folks, you know, and I love my mom. She's a real queen. You know, my pops, you know, was out there tapped in the universe. Shout out to Bullcat. You know what I mean? Growing up in the Jehovah's Witness faith as a kid, and this is crazy, and I don't knock no religion,
Yeah.
but the thing is, growing up to where that's the truth. Like, they're going to tell you it's the truth.
That's the
Knock on your
truth.
door. They had to do that because they know that if they don't tell you that God's name is Jehovah, then Jehovah going to kill them because he loves him. And then if you don't get with that kind of program, believe, your own family will cut you off, right? And they're going to say it's loving and it's the last days, it's Armageddon, and they have certain talking points. So when you go to golly talk, they literally just shut down like, because they got to control the narrative. And then I see other people, they want to control the narrative. I'm like, hey, look at this, and people shut down.
So you feel like your parents or the people who are kind of in the faith, you feel like that was kind of pushed on you and kind of controlled?
I mean, as a kid, you know, before I could read, you know, I knew about the devil and the demons would kill me because I was supposed to do this. So, like, my social skills wasn't.
Interesting.
So being around other students, I couldn't talk to them in social situations.
Because they didn't understand it?
No,
or
because we were taught that, even kids. So, like, if it's, you know, it's all these holidays coming up, stay away from it.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, so, like, it's Valentine's party, I go to the library. You know?
Dang.
And then, like, if you don't go to the library, the other kids who, you know, witness kids, they ain't got to be witnesses, but they'll tell on you like, oh, he's spiritually weak and we can't hang with him. And you already taught to stay away from the people who ain't there. So you're isolated. And if you dedicate yourself to that religion and then you get a change of thought, you're excommunicated. They call it disfellowship, which means that you can't talk to your wife, your kids, your family, you're cut off. And
so it's either like, so you're in a situation where out the womb, you thrown into this religion.
Boom.
Where you can't, you know, where other kids are socializing and doing their thing, you can't be with them or interact or participate.
You know why?
But if you do, if you don't, they won't mess with you. But if you do, then your family won't mess with you. So
yeah, kind of like
crazy.
that, but it's different and people don't get it. So it's like you can still not mess with the kids who are not, you know, indoctrinated, but you're not, you know, doing things like
going
reading
Christmas.
their publications or you're not participating when they had the meetings. You're not knocking on people's doors. And so you're looked at as spiritually weak. So they'll be like, we got to stay away from him. So you're isolated from everything off the gate. And so they make it to where you're not taught to be successful in life. Because if you leave, you don't have no family backing or no, you know, congregational backing. And then you're out there on your own.
So how was it like that all throughout elementary, middle, and high school? What about in college?
Didn't go to college.
So we didn't go to college.
Didn't go to college because they don't, and this is no longer excuse for me now.
Yeah.
But they really shun people from higher education.
Really?
Yeah, that's why you see most witnesses, they doing floors and mopping, doing windows and shit.
Wow. Is there a reason why, or?
Yeah, because they know if you got higher education, you're going to figure stuff out.
Question everything.
So you got these old, you know what I mean, old farts. Jehovah is the only truth. And you know what? But this thing is, all religion is like that, you know, but theirs is just,
you're
with
right.
the game. So it's just
you're right.
I can't knock the game, you know what I mean? You got people who will literally build buildings, work for free, kill their own self, sacrifice, and all of this stuff to make somebody, and leave their real money to the organization. That's pimping. I can't even be mad at that point. I can't even be mad at that. You know what I'm talking about? So Luke, you know what I'm talking about? But that made me stronger though.
What? So did you have friends growing up?
Yeah, friends.
Were they? But they were in the same.
Yeah, and it was kind of like in my situation, we wasn't really like, cause it was like, man, you know, you're a kid. You can't be around other kids, hang out, can't go to like Christmas parties or participate.
Yeah.
And what blew my mind as a youngin', I didn't know that growing up as a witness, if you look at those witnesses' literature, this gonna blow y'all mind. Now this is a moment here now. This gonna blow y'all mind. You already taught to be a sheep and a slave, right? The devil gonna kill you, wanna kill you, the demons, cause you worship Jehovah, right?
Yeah.
And then Jehovah gonna kill you if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So,
Everybody gonna kill you, man.
everybody gonna kill you.
What you supposed to do?
What the hell you gonna do? You know, and as a kid,
Damn.
and then you seeing these, you know, the Bible stories, the artist perception, the pictures and all of that stuff. They got these white folks in Africa, but you know, doing the below all these signs. It's like, yeah, I ain't trying to. And like, but you realize that they fear tactics is the best. And when you wake from that, it's impossible to be like I always tell people, two things you can't do what I respect and what I love about growing up and that Jehovah's Witness faith, which I never dedicated myself. I was close a couple times, but then I got snitched on because they big on that snitching. You see somebody doing stuff, and then somebody, Junior Reed, shout out to Junior Reed.
In the building.
When I was banging that chick over there in, I forgot the apartments out there in the Rock. I was banging it a couple times.
Knocking it down.
And then they
snitched on you?
there, and I was supposed to be getting baptized, you know, thinking the world coming to an end. And then the brothers came like, yeah, we got to have a meeting with you, you know, and they'll meet up with you. And they was like, yeah, you're not ready to be baptized because you're having intercourse, so you can't think about sex, can't have sex.
What?
Only time you can have sex is if you're married.
If you're married.
And then you got to have a chaperone until then. So it's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Do you put a lot of this stuff and a lot of this stuff you experience, you know, due to the religion and everything? Do you put some of that stuff to your music?
Yeah. Yeah, I put it in my music. it made me a better me because my story is everybody has a unique story.
Yep.
Right? And so, to come up with that fear as a kid and you overcome that,
Yeah.
and then I gotta listen to people who ain't telling me something. Bro, look, that's why I tell you. Look, you need to be a Jehovah's Witness. You can get in, and then y'all can talk about all kind of fear. How people should do this, that, and how the world coming to an end. And y'all can all clean floors and wash windows together.
All
you
together.
Know? And make sure y'all donate to the organization so they can build some more complexes. But but the beauty of it is, growing up that way, I didn't really look at race as a thing because you got people in all. So I wasn't on that level of this, that pro-black, and none of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know black people existed until I went to school. Because, you looking at the artist perception, the painting, Jeremiah, Isaac, everybody in the heavens, white dudes with blue eyes and beards. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Even the devil ain't, he just a white dude without a beard. So I'm like, yeah, man, everybody white. You know what I'm talking about?
But in reality.
And so like they teach you to be a sheep and a slave, and then you go to school, and then they show you that black people were slaves and that. So I was like, that blew my mind, bro. That blew my mind. And then it's just something like, this ain't right. Nothing is right. None of this. And so, realizing that and elevated, and where I'm at now in life is just, it's just godly talk.
So the music album that you are, you said you're preparing for a music album, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes out, what
Chitlins and Jesus.
That's the name, right?
Yeah.
Chitlins and Jesus?
And Jesus. But I got, and so.
Chitlins and Jesus. How many songs we got completed?
For Chitlins and Jesus?
Yeah.
It's going to have to be a cut down. I got easily 23 right now.
20? Whoa, how many
and
going
so I'm going to cut it down to
20?
about 12 or 13.
Okay.
But I got other projects. So, like when I was saying earlier, I was dropping at a rate that's just dropping. And I'm like, I got a lot of, I've done like 40 songs in like 2 months. Come on.
Now we just need like a listening party.
And so, yep, exactly. You read my mind because I was going to say that earlier. See, that's why you ain't nice. That's why you ain't nice.
A little listening session.
And so,
pick and choose.
Yeah. So, Surf Carolina mixtape.
Yeah.
And then I got other little projects, but that Surf Carolina mixtape is the one I want to do before Chitlins and Jesus, because like a project like Chitlins and Jesus with all original beats, shout out to Brown, that, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Bratarian. I got a project like that to come out off gate, and I was like, you know what? Let's be realistic. I got to build my fan base up. Mm-hmm. You got to build a fan base up because
that's a fact.
People are hear what I'm saying, and it's way over their head. Way over. And then they'll get like, oh, shoot. Because a lot of things is, one of the most reasons why it's that way is because people don't listen.
They don't.
Most people only listen to tell you what they're thinking. Yeah. They're not even getting what you're talking about.
Hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, they just hear what they want to hear. Like you said, you be like, yo, out there, man, just chill for a minute. Don't go out there because they shooting fireworks, so don't go that way. You'll get hit with goddamn. What's my man that got his fingers cut off, the football player from the fireworks? What's his name, man? Messed up his fingers. Pierre Paul, right? Pierre. You get Pierre out there like, yo, look, don't go that way. Go this way.
But they go anyways.
And guess what people gonna do? Okay, all right. Boom, go out there. And then guess what? The body snatcher come in. You didn't tell them because they mind and compute that you want it. And so that's where I'm at now. Like, hey, do what you do. Well, you gonna go out there. Just want to make sure that it ain't messing me up. Though.
Exactly.
Like if they ain't telling me. If somebody be like, yeah, go out that way. Sure. Okay. All right, cool. I'm going another one.
So we're building up your fan base before you drop your next project. Mm-hmm. That's the main goal right now.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of when you'll drop?
Which one? Chitlins and Jesus or the Surf Carolina?
Chitlins and Jesus.
Chitlins and Jesus, Christmas. No matter what.
Okay. That's coming out. And then the other one's called?
Surf Carolina.
That's what I thought. Surf Carolina is dropping after Chitlins and Jesus or before Chitlins?
Well, I got to even if before or after, I still got to drop that Chitlins and Jesus.
Chitlin, that's coming out
No
for
matter
Christmas.
what.
That's
You
coming
know,
out for
I
Christmas.
would rather do the Surf Carolina first, but hell, fuck it. Then I
Yeah.
can do the October. I got a lot of projects, but Chitlins and Jesus for Christmas, no matter what. Even though what we was talking about 3 minutes earlier, how I was wanting to build up the fan base
Yeah.
and with the original beats of Brockterian, but still, I got that time, and so that's where I'm at now. Moving on your own timeline to where I gotta drop the. I am going to drop the
Gotcha.
Chitlins and Jesus. December 25th,
Okay.
Chitlins and Jesus.
Oh, so on Christmas. On Christmas.
December
Okay.
25th.
Why should labels? Do you want to get signed, or do you want to be independent?
I mean, it's always offers that you can't refuse.
Okay.
But where I'm at, I'm in a good space to where it's kind of under the radar, even though they, so it's kind of like when MJ got picked third,
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry got picked like number 7 or something.
Yeah.
Hell, damn, LaMelo Ball got picked third out of 100.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew they should have been first pick.
For sure.
But to be under the radar like that, and when you really get to cooking, it's Chitlins and Jesus.
So look, well, I was gonna ask why, if are open to getting signed or whatever, why should labels sign you? Why should they, offer you a deal? Why?
I mean, it's the loyalty, helping with the brand, knowing how to move around, certain things, and if I'm with it or if I'm not with it, it's still like, hey, what happened at, I don't appreciate that, but just talk to them about that,
Mm-hmm.
and then just leave it where it's been. As long as it's no, like, this is this and all. Because me, I'm a counselor.
Yeah.
Here's something, and I get a certain way, certain trigger. Camping outside, George Floyd style. But
Okay.
other than that, as long as, because with labels, they don't respect most artists coming in.
That's a fact.
But then, but my thing is, it's a movement, bro. It's just Surf Carolina. It's Godly Talk. It's different. Like, nobody is snapping like the way I do. Like I said, I've been a way better MC than Biggie was. So it's only right I big up my crew. Shout out to Blood Gang. Blacks was dancing in the streets till the levees broke. That's when the floods came. You know what I'm talking about?
Put them on that Godly Talk.
Yeah, Godly Talk. I mean, who's really saying, people might talk about how much money they getting. Like, it's cool to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool.
Like,
So look, man, I got this segment.
that's a little money.
I got this segment that we might have played last time. It's called One Piece of Advice. So basically, I want you to just give one piece of advice to certain people. I'm going to call out who I want you to give one piece of advice to. I feel like you have a different perspective on life and you can offer different advice than the regular. Okay? So give one piece of advice to, let's just start simple, with rappers trying to get in the industry, the music industry.
For one, don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't wait on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people who are around you in your circle now, it's probably because you ain't really that nice. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they're going to go. I'll just be honest. But if you do got to, stay on that path, nothing happens overnight.
Yep.
Rome wasn't what?
Built in one day.
Built in one day.
Okay.
Hell, last I checked, Africa been trying to be destroyed. 1,000 years and still got all the natural resources. You know what I'm talking about? That's got me talked though.
Okay, so now give one piece of advice to people of the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witnesses. For one, they're loving people. They're misguided like basically everybody else. But their misguidedness comes from they're not allowed to think for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And as Jehovah's Witnesses, You know that the world is coming to an end. This is the last days, you know, and you're taught to be sheep and a slave.
Mm.
So if somebody comes in your home and you're already persecutional triggered, so you're taught to be dispensers. And if somebody smacks you, you don't defend yourself and say, oh, it's persecuted because this is persecution.
Mm.
But then take a look at every other group that fought for themselves after persecution and overcame it. They did something about it. Are you going to keep waiting and waiting? And if you can tell me what prophecy, because the 1914, they'll never pass away. Because Armageddon is going to come before they pass it. Which make them, what, 106 years old or something like that?
Yeah.
Any day now. So when it doesn't happen in the next 10 years, if y'all still living, just don't drink that Kool-Aid when they give you a new life. You know, but when you're telling your kids to not be successful in life, look at everybody around you. And I've never really met a happy person that say, I'm happy, look at me.
Yeah.
It just exudes.
Exactly.
So if you got to keep saying you're happy,
you're probably not happy.
What are you doing when you're by yourself and you got that?
Yeah.
And then you program that you might get killed by God himself.
Yep.
But then somebody can kill you, bow, and they'll celebrate your death. I always died faithful for the organization.
Sheesh.
So what did God do for you at that point? You did? So, you know, and I'm going to just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But
we gonna
we love you. We love y'all.
We're gonna send them out to a song. We're gonna send them to a song that's out right now. If we could choose one song to send them to that they could only listen to, which song would that be?
We out of here.
We out of here. All right.
Yeah. Bible stories. Simp Tale. Stepfather Joseph. God, yeah. Equivalent. Penny with a hole in it. I wish it will.
Y'all tapping with my boy, Surf Godly in the building. This is Adrian Nyce.
Hey,
IG.
Surf Godly.
Yeah, there we go.
Surf Godly. IG is Surf Godly 33 Trill. That's SURF 33. But wait a minute. It's Surf Godly.
SURF
Godly. ODLY.
33.
33 as the number. 3.
There we go.
And Trill. TRILL.
Y'all tap in with him. Run his music up. Stay tapped in for the project when it drops. Chitlins and Jesus.
That Godly Talk. YouTube, Surf Godly, Aunt Louise. That's Surf Godly, SURF. Godly, GODLY. And then space, Aunt, AUNT, Louise, LOUISE. And you'll see the guy with a mask on, kind of like this, but in the studio with what's that great guy's name? Oh, Dr. Steez. And the Blue Godly.
Yes, sir.
Going in on a hip hop classic. And then like and subscribe to the page, folks.
Yeah. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to his page, to my page. This is the Mouthin Out interview tour. Thank you for joining us
Nice.
and hopping on the tour.
Yeah, man, brother.
And we out. Peace.